Google's new Gemini personal intelligence update. Everything you need to know. You're probably wasting hours asking AI the same questions over and over. Your AI doesn't remember what you like. It doesn't know your preferences. Every conversation starts from zero. But what if your AI actually knew you? What if it could connect the dots across everything you do? Google just changed the game. Hey, I'm Hada, and today we're breaking down Google's massive new personal intelligence update for Gemini. This launched just 4 days ago on January 14th, 2026, and it's already changing how people work with AI. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how this works, what it can do for you, and whether you should turn it on. I'm also going to show you the technical side that most people aren't talking about, the privacy concerns you need to know, and the limitations Google is being surprisingly honest about. Let me start with what personal intelligence actually is. Google rolled out this beta feature to AI Pro and AI Ultra subscribers in the United States. It's off by default. For years, you could tag specific Google apps in Gemini, type at Gmail to search emails or at Photos to find an image. But Gemini couldn't reason across that data. It would pull one email or one photo, but couldn't connect the dots. Personal intelligence changes everything. Now Gemini thinks across your Gmail, Google Photos, YouTube history, and search history all at once. It reasons over data, connects patterns, understands context without you telling it where to look. This is powered by Gemini 3, which has a 1 million token context window. But even that isn't enough to process everything in your digital life. So Google built the Personal Intelligence Engine. This solves what they call the context packing problem. Instead of cramming all your data into the model, it dynamically identifies the most relevant pieces. When you ask Gemini to plan restaurants for your trip, it retrieves your hotel reservation, flight arrival time, past dining history, and saved spots, then packages that specific information and feeds it to the model. Here's a real example from Google's VP Josh Woodward. He needed new tires for his 2019 Honda minivan. Standing in line at the tire shop, he didn't know the tire size. He asked Gemini. Gemini found the tire size, identified family road trip photos in Google Photos, and suggested all-weather tires based on those trips. It even pulled his license plate number from a photo. That's reasoning across multiple data sources. Personal intelligence has two core strengths. It retrieves specific details from text, photos, or videos, and it reasons across many complex sources, often combining both. The engine builds on years of Google research on search and dense retrieval using Gemini embeddings technology. Now here's what you can actually do with this. Ask for book suggestions based on your interests. It analyzes your YouTube watch history, search queries, and Gmail receipts. Ask for weekend travel plans in a city. It looks at your past trips, figures out what you enjoyed, and skips tourist traps. Ask for YouTube channels matching your cooking style. It connects your delivery receipts, recipe searches, and watch history. The system understands context in ways that weren't possible before. When I first started exploring these kinds of AI workflows, I was completely overwhelmed. There are so many tools, so many updates. It's hard to know what actually works versus what's just hype. That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom. 1,800 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. People post what they're building, what problems they're solving, and what tools they're actually using every day. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now let's talk about responsible development. Google is being refreshingly honest. They've published a detailed research paper outlining exactly how this works and all the problems they're still solving. First, privacy. This is off by default. You choose which apps to connect. User data is encrypted at rest and protected in transit using application layer transport security. Gemini doesn't train directly on your Gmail or Photos. It trains on prompts and responses with personal data filtered first. Google built in guardrails for sensitive topics. The model avoids proactive assumptions about health data. It will discuss it if you ask, but won't proactively bring it up. They've increased resistance to prompt injections and improved protection against cyber attacks. Gemini tries to explain which sources it used so you can verify information. But here's where it gets really interesting. Google published a list of known technical limitations and issues. This is stuff they're actively working on fixing. First problem, over-personalization. They call this tunnel vision. If you're a big fan of coffee shops and the model knows that, it might plan your entire Australia trip around coffee shops when you just wanted general travel advice. If you have an email about your job, it might start anchoring all responses around the fact that you're a software engineer, even when that's not relevant. Second problem, mistaking other people's preferences for yours. If you share a YouTube account with your family or buy a gift for someone, the system might think those preferences are yours. You buy heavy metal concert tickets for your brother's birthday, and suddenly Gemini is recommending metal concerts to you. Third problem, incomplete information. Sometimes you won't see all your personal information when you ask. The system might only retrieve part of what's relevant, or it might make inaccurate inferences based on limited data. Fourth problem, mixing up timelines. The model struggles with temporal relevance. It might say a graduate program deadline from your email is in the past when it's actually upcoming. Fifth problem, misinterpreting relationships. It has trouble understanding nuance in family dynamics. It might misidentify a mother for a grandmother or label a sibling as a friend based on ambiguous email text. Sixth problem, missing major life changes. It won't always know when something significant happens, like a divorce or a death in the family. It might suggest an anniversary dinner for a partner you're no longer with. Seventh problem, incorrect assumptions. The model assumes a transaction record equals a completed action. You get a confirmation email for a concert, and it assumes you went, even if you canceled. You buy a book, and it recommends the sequel, not realizing you returned the book the next day. Eighth problem, overlooking corrections. Even if you tell Gemini you don't eat steak, it might suggest a steakhouse again a week later. Google is working on all of these issues. They're doing rigorous internal testing and model tuning, but they know new challenges will arise. That's why they're asking for user feedback. The vision for the future is fascinating. Google sees personal intelligence as more than features. It's the technical foundation for future personalized AI agents. They're calling it a significant step toward AGI. Right now, it connects 4 apps: Gmail, Photos, YouTube, and Search. Soon, it'll draw context from even more Google apps. It's launching to AI mode in Search soon. They're expanding to more countries and eventually the free tier. Currently, it's beta for Pro and Ultra subscribers in the US, working across web, Android, and iOS with all Gemini models. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 1,800 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time? Which ones to skip? No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are implementing AI in real ways. The bottom line is this: personal intelligence is a fundamental shift in how AI assistants work. Google is transparent about limitations and building privacy protections into the core design. This is the foundation for something much bigger. If you're a Pro or Ultra subscriber in the US, you can test this right now, turn it on, try it out, and give Google feedback. This is the kind of update that changes workflows and how you interact with AI.